I just finished public school, I'll tell you why it's great. Waking up at 6 a.m. to pledge allegiance to the state. Yeah, it's true. I got my public school
You look
blues.
a little bit... Everything looks a little bit blurry. You know, it's funny. You're on the best camera by... Like, I'm cutting back and forth between me and a built-in camera. Or between you and this built-in camera. And we don't really look that much different except for the lighting. Or between you and this built-in camera, and we don't really look that much different except for the lighting is very different. We all look, like I said before, we all look like we're in totally different rooms.
What? I mean, how much different could it look when you have the picture shrunk down so small?
Well, I mean,
you know what I mean? Like seems like you wouldn't be able to know the difference.
Actually, that doesn't look that bad.
Yeah.
For a web, now my camera will probably look bad, and I'm going to be out of sync. Well, we're not going to be able to see it. Yeah, see, look, I look terrible. I mean, I look good.
Right. The picture, of course. On the other
picture
hand.
looks good.
I really like the graphic that you made there.
Tony actually. Well, I made this. I made the graphic in Photoshop, but the logo design is Tony, the guy who's doing the website.
Oh, I see. You changed the little building there to
not be the bars. Yeah, I think that looks better.
Or maybe if it just had like a bar door on it or something.
Yeah, we talked about maybe putting some windows on it, and let's look at Dale. Ooh, you see, doesn't he look a little blurry for a 1080 cam? I mean, we're broadcasting. I think this is 720.
Yeah, it's almost like there's some kind of like fog on the lens.
Yeah, but it's got to just be the lighting in here. So, we lost a viewer because we were doing.
I have a light that can shine on me. It's in the room right now.
Okay, yeah. If you want to try, we can try some lighting setups. This is.
I like the bright kind.
Yeah, I think they're good. It depends on what you want to do. You know, I mean, if you want to look for something in your basement, you want a bright but very directed light. But, you know, if you just want some ambiance for like a dinner, I would suggest candles or a chandelier with a dimmer.
But a fire in the fireplace. Really sets the mood.
Fire is a nice light.
Works well with like a bearskin rug.
Yeah.
You ever lay down on one of those? It's comfy.
Yeah.
Comfy.
Yeah, absolutely. So fire. And what Dale is setting up looks like a painter's light, right?
Yeah, it's like a worker light.
A worker's light, and it's got
actually fine for like movies.
It's got a clamp on it.
It sucks.
Yeah, the clamp doesn't look that good.
You know what? No, I can't reach.
How about if I hold it and just shine it on you?
Yeah, I went kind of blind from. All right. Now the problem with that light is it's going to be kind of unidirectional. So, yeah, that gives you like a really big shadow. Jason, maybe kind of just like turn your wrist so it kind of has like a strobe effect. Yeah. Oh, Dale, now it looks like you're at the club. Yep. No, that is not the lighting setup that we are going to use at all. But no, we all look like we actually, Dale, while you were up, we changed this to a show about lighting. So what do you?
Can you click that off now that we're done?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
What do you think about lighting? What kind of?
What do I think about it?
Yeah.
It's the kind of thing you just got to play around with, I think.
Sure.
I mean, I'm not sure.
Well,
we could try mounting more lights in the ceiling that are somewhat directional and so forth.
Well, we're just talking. We've kind of made it a more general conversation about lighting. Like, you know, what were some of the situations, Osborne, that we talked about? We talked
about the fireplace, bearskin rug. We talked about candles.
So if you want a more
like
romantic,
in the bubble bath.
Oh, lighting in the broader sense.
Yeah. So for romantic, you want candles or a chandelier with a dimmer. If you are looking to find something, if you want to find something in the basement, that would be a hard unidirectional kind of light. Your workman's light would work good for that. What do you guys like for shadow puppets?
I would think that would be good for shadow puppets too. Or is that too bright? Maybe too bright.
Well, I don't know, because I think you want a little. You want the edges to be soft, right? Because if the edges are too hard, you can tell that that's a dude's hand or a person's hand.
Yeah.
But if you soften the light up, which I think you could accomplish by taking the shade off a lamp, you know, and then you get a nice soft light, but it's still hard enough that it casts a clear shadow, and you can do a bunny.
The other thing is, like, their distance from the light, right? With your hands, like how far your hands are from the light affects the softness of the edges. Right?
Yeah, distance. Yeah, because the closer you go to the light,
you want to be further from where it hits the wall,
right?
To get the softer edges, also.
Yeah. If you're real close to the light, you're gonna have.
And you don't want to use fluorescent lights for any kind of filming or video work. It's very bad. Very, very bad.
Now, why is that?
Well, there's a frequency they're actually flickering. And there's a certain frequency, and it can actually just do weird distortion things on the camera, and depending on the frame rate and things like that. And I think also the shift of the light is not good. But LEDs are pretty good, especially depending on if you're looking for a little more blue shift. I'm not sure about fluorescence. I'm trying to think that they might. LEDs are good, especially when like a blue shift, and
they also don't make
incandescence.
You sweat as much.
Halogens, incandescence. Yeah, halogens are pretty hot, but
yeah,
if you need really bright light, that's kind of the way you got to go.
Yeah, I think
sometimes that's necessary on a movie set.
That might be the kit that I got. I think it's halogens. They're low wattage, so they don't.
Probably.
I didn't want to like bring a bunch of lights in here that were using up a bunch of power, but so they're only like 40 watts. But I guess that it's the temperature that matters, is what I'm learning. Now, what are you guys' thoughts on Christmas lights?
I like the light ones, the white ones.
Yeah, white is good.
Color bullshit.
If they are colored, I like them to be solid colors, and preferably no more than 2. So you could do a design of like red and green, I suppose, if you want. White and blue is a nice combination if you're going to mix them up. That's
not the red and green. I hate the
red and green is really a little
tradition rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah,
what color rubs you the wrong way?
Red and green, just because it's so traditional. I'm so anti-tradition. It's
ridiculous. I have on a side note, I have decided to not celebrate Christmas anymore.
No, I really don't celebrate it. I mean, I'll get together with people, but what I found...
I'm not going to go home on Christmas anymore. I'm going to go home not during the holidays.
Yeah.
When I go visit my family, I'm going to pick a time not during the holidays.
That's a suck-ass time to travel anyway.
It is.
It's the worst, yeah. People are such part of it. Maniacs. The things they do in these... They go to the mall, they shop, they go on planes.
Yeah.
All right at like the worst time. It's like you think we would just learn... our way out of that and not do that anymore.
Do you think so? I made the mistake
of so much pressure and so much, there's businesses are making a ton of money on it. There's all kinds of advertising. There's all kinds of pressure from family for people to visit home during those times. And a lot of people, that's when they're off. A lot of people get off during that time. I actually worked at a company where we got a good solid more than a week, like a week and a half every year was off for Christmas during the holidays through New Year's, and pretty much the place almost just completely shut down because everybody was off.
Right. Well, I mean, you can't get business done. Like my business, I might as well shut down for an entire week or so at Christmas. I mean, no one's paying bills. The courts aren't operating. I mean, you can't function.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're in retail, there's no point of even trying to work.
Right. So anyway, white Christmas lights are probably the best. Not any kind of motion.
Purple?
Like,
I think those are cool.
I think white.
Orange.
No. I just think that
orange is weird.
Yeah, it's not a Christmas. It's more orange. I associate orange more with Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's true.
Orange and black.
I do have a bit of an orange fetish.
Tell us about it.
So, like, for example, I was driving to work the other day, and I stopped at a car dealership so that I could sit in an orange car that I saw on the lot.
Did you really do that?
Yeah, I did.
So this is a good segue here, where we go from the lighting portion of the show to the fetish portion of the show.
There you go.
So you have a fetish just for orange?
I mean, I didn't masturbate in the car, but I mean,
I don't think you have to actually masturbate for it to be a fetish. I mean, if you're attracted to the car,
I peed in a guy's mouth once.
what the fuck?
What?
You weren't supposed
I
to tell
thought we were
anyone
talking
about
about
that, Dale.
fetishes.
yeah, this is the
I'm
fetish.
still trying to
portion.
get that taste out of my mouth.
Could you imagine though if I had just tricked you guys and this really was a whole show about lighting, and then I got you to talk about jerking off in a car and you to talk about peeing in a guy's mouth? Just kidding, guys. Still the lighting show. If you're just tuning in, this is not a real show.